It's dirty trucking. I don't care what that maintenance say. It's fucking cold in here. He gonna come in here and tell me because the heat blowing out now, it's working okay. Yeah, it was blowing out all last night for 8 hours. It ain't working. I feel it's cold air. This heater blows out more cold air than hot air. And he talking about it's doing all that clicking because it's cycling. Well, it's cycling too much goddamn cold air for me. It's cold up in this motherfucking apartment. I got socks on. I had to get up this morning, put socks on because my feet was cold. My teeth was chattering because after 8 hours, even though I did leave the heat off when I was gone, even after 8 hours, this apartment wasn't warm this morning. The kitchen floor is cold. The kitchen was cold. The bathroom is cold. My room done warmed up a little bit, but in here in the living room, if I didn't have the stove on, it would still be cold. When you sit down on the couch, you feel a draft coming from that window, and you feel the cold air coming off that heater when it starts clicking over to the cycling cold part. This heater cycles more cold than goddamn heat. I don't give a damn what that goddamn maintenance say. Look here, this is my goddamn apartment. This motherfucker ain't toasty. I froze last night. The motherfucker didn't get hot after 8 hours. I got up, it was cold as fuck, and it's still cold. You can step over here by my window with your shoes off and feel how cold this floor is. I don't give a damn. He talking about we in extreme weather, but that extreme weather ain't got to be in here. So what, I left the goddamn heat off when I was gone. Hell, it was on for 8 hours. This bitch should have, on 90, this bitch should have been smoking. And maintenance gonna bring their ass up and talk about, well, it's working now, unless we feel the cold. We don't know what you want us to do, because right now, I'm not authorized to do anything, because we don't feel any cold. You don't feel any cold because, one, you talking to me with your ass bagged up, stand up to my damn stove, and the motherfucker heat on the goddamn stove. He go, oh, how long this been on? Long enough to warm this goddamn apartment up. Oh, so you want me to leave it off so it can stay cold up here so you can come in here and feel the cold. Then you gonna do something about the heat. Oh, no. He said, well, we don't recommend you leave the stove on. I don't recommend it being cold up in this bitch. Shit. So we got two recommended damn problems. So, but this dirty trucking up here this morning battling the cold, because when I leave out, I turns my heat off. I turns my AC off. If it's summertime, I turn it off. They said they don't recommend you do that. Well, you don't recommend, but yeah, the extreme cold didn't happen here to Detroit till yesterday. The extreme weather has happened. So we're in it, knee deep, extreme weather. It is cold as bejesus out there, and I'm gonna let you see. It's cold as bejesus out there. Everything, the water is froze, everything. It's cold as bejesus out there. It is cold. You can't wear regular gloves. Those knitted gloves ain't gonna get it. You need something with some fur. You need 2-3 pair of socks on with some fur boots, something down here, because it's cold as fuck. I took my gloves off for a hot second yesterday. My fingertips got cold. I was just trying to make it to the building with my groceries. My hands fucking froze. But he gonna come in here and tell me it ain't cold. It's a draft. I opened my kitchen cabinets. I opened my goddamn cabinets. It's a draft coming from the goddamn cabinet. I asked, do you feel the draft? He told me, no. He said, right now I'm actually hot. It's because your ass bagged up back here to the stove, and I got my damn sweet potatoes boiling. Dirty trucking in here about to get her holiday cook on, but woke up to some freezing conditions here, and they want to say, because, well, based off what you told me, yeah, I told you I kept the motherfucker off. I ain't gonna lie, but I told you I left the motherfucker on 8 hours, and it was turned up on 90, and woke up, it was still freezing. I don't do teeth chattering. It was so cold, I was about to go get me a motherfucking motel room or something. Get the fuck up out of here. I ain't finna be laying up here freezing to death. He said, well, would you try a suggestion? Just leave it down on 65 when you leave out. Just don't turn the unit off. Leave it on 65. That way it won't kick in that much. Then when you come home, just kick it on up to what you wanted, a 73, 75, 80 something. And it should warm on up. That way it should be cold. Well, I'm gonna try that shit. But tonight, after what happened last night, I don't want to risk being in extreme cold conditions, because that motherfucking room got cold. This living room never warmed up. That room never warmed up. After 8 hours, this just an apartment. It don't take 8 hours in an apartment to warm up. So I don't give a damn what you tell me. Talk about, well, unless we experience those conditions, you ain't had no conditions. Shit, ain't this a bitch? Sound like some shit in trucking. If we don't see the conditions, it ain't no conditions. So you want to wait till midnight while I'm up here freezing to death, and then call y'all on Christmas goddamn Eve and tell you it's fucking cold up in here. I'm freezing to fucking death, like I told you when you was up in here, when you could have fixed the shit when you was in here. I hope they solved the goddamn problem, but all I know, it don't take 8 hours to heat up a goddamn apartment. My bathroom is never warm, and the heat is right there coming from my room. Never warm. I walked out. All I know, I walked out this morning, putting on my robe, putting on socks, went putting on clothes. I started to put on my goddamn work coat to come out here. It was that goddamn cold. He said, well, now I've tested the temperature of the air. It's showing 70. Yeah, it's showing 70, motherfucker, because the damn stove been on. Shit. If I ain't had a stove on, you'd be up here probably be showing 55. Shit, hell, 45. Yeah, man, they brought their ass up into my, well, we don't feel it. It feel warm now. Shit. Matter of fact, I feel hot. Motherfucker, I just sat down on the couch and I feel that damn dry. It's cold here. This kitchen floor is cold and I got socks on. My floor is cold. I don't like cold. I don't like paying luxury money for shit to get goddamn cold. All this drafty ass shit, motherfucker wind coming through it. All this wind and shit. All this fucking wind coming through this motherfucking shit. All this air breeze up in this bitch. I'm tired. I was cold. Dirty Truckin' was cold last night. Now I had it happen the night before I left the unit off, but it didn't hit extreme cold that night. Came in, it was shit cold. Woo, it's gonna take a minute to warm this motherfucker up. But it got warm. He talking about it's kicking in and cutting on. That's what the motherfucker's supposed to do. Kick in and cut on. Look at his back blowing cold air again. This bitch right here. This motherfucker right here. It's blowing cold air right now. And I wish I could time how long the cold air come out versus how long the heat stays on. Because it's not warming up. Why is this bitch blowing out cold air? Shit, it ain't warming the apartment up. If I turn the stove off and just let that motherfucker run, it's gonna be back cold in here. It's cold in this motherfucker. And I hate when men come up here talking about, well, unless we see the conditions, it ain't no conditions. Well, goddamn it, I'm telling you it is a goddamn condition. And I don't want to be in them freezing conditions in the bed with 2 blankets, shivering, with fucking socks on, my goddamn clothes on, my fucking work coat, and a fucking hat tonight. This Dirty Truckin' up here. I'm gonna let you see, I got my sweet potatoes going. Somebody asked me to go in here get bacon in the kitchen. Yeah, that's the only thing gonna warm it up, but once I stop all that cooking, because it ain't gonna take me that long. So, I make my sweet potato pies from scratch. So I got 3 nice, big, juicy sweet potatoes in the pot. And once they get tender, they're almost there. And I'm gonna do a video making my pies, put them in the oven and all that lovely good stuff. So I'm gonna let you see my pies, my sweet potatoes. These are my sweet potatoes here. I got them boiling. I got this phone here. I gotta figure out how to do this reverse thing on it because the reverse ain't coming up when I'm doing these videos. So those are my sweet potatoes here. I got them boiling. They almost tender. I bought me some already. I use already pre-made crust, and then I just make the pie mix up and get them on in the oven. The day before the holiday, I normally be in here. What I do the day before the holiday is I get in here and cook what I need to cook that's gonna be cooked the day before, like the greens, the pies, the mac and cheese don't get done to that day. I got my bird. This year, bird is gonna be a capon, and this is right here. This big motherfucker right here cost me $32 motherfucking dollars. This is a capon. And way my father explained that to me, what a capon is a young chicken that had its nuts cut off to keep it tender and juicy. I kid you not. My father's from Mississippi. That's what it is. That's what the capon is. It is a young chicken. This motherfucker. They grabbed it by the nuts. Ow! Got the motherfuckers cut off. And supposed to keep the meat tender doing that damn shit. But that motherfucker done got expensive. Capons used to be that damn expensive. Turkey used to be the expensive meat out there. Capons cost more than a turkey. That bitch cost me $32 for that mug. But I'm cooking a capon this year. And that's the way the story goes. As I was growing up, when my father explained to me, you know, he's from down south, he's Mississippi, so they would know. So this Dirty Truckin' up in here trying to battle the cold, hoping this suggestion this guy is right, because it shouldn't have took that long for this damn apartment to heat up. Like I said, I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock from coming in here at 10 o'clock with that heat running, and it still was cold in here. It don't take that goddamn long to brush no cold out of no fucking apartment. I don't give a damn what you say. This floor is cold up in here. This apartment is not properly insulated. I'm just feeling too much draft situation in here. He suggested I go get a blanket and put over the goddamn heater. Motherfucker, I ain't putting shit over your goddamn shit. This your shit. This your drafty ass motherfucker shit. You get your blanket, come in here and insulate this bitch and keep the draft off my ass. I'm not finna go in my pocket and put no blanket over that damn shit. You know how high this motherfucking rent is up here? You want me to go buy a blanket for this bitch right here? You want me to wrap this motherfucker up in a blanket? Oh, hell no. I ain't buying shit. This Dirty Truckin'. And home about to get in here and whoop them sweet potato pies. Peace out.